In a way, this is kind of part 2 of the videos I'm creating myself. Remember, there's other videos out there explaining the concept of open, close, and wiper. This is my second video. We're gonna focus on open, close. Okay? So to review, let's practice open, close. So basically, here the way to do that is if you have a partner, he's gonna be holding the stick right in front of you, either this way or upside down, right? So for the sake of the video, we'll do it this way, right? So what happens is we put our check hand on his stick and our weapon on the open side. So this is open, this is closed because my hand is crossing. Again, so it's open, close, open, close, open, close. I always talked about how the weapon is gonna move, am I right? So if it's closed right now, I open it so I can enter, right? It's closed, it's open, it's closed right now, but if I manipulate the weapon, it becomes open, right? So that's open and close. When I said open and close, it's my movement because I'm crossing my hand, okay? But in reality, if you practice this with a partner, let's say angle 1, hitting from the right, we know everybody knows angle 1, hitting on the right side, right? In Heyrosa, we don't have an angle, we have first strike, okay? Meaning our angle 1 can come on different places, but our 1 are targets. We go by the target, so it doesn't matter how you hit what kind of hit you throw, as long as it hit the target, that's number 1 for us, okay? So open, close, okay? When we hit the 1, your opponent is gonna close your path, so he's gonna block it, okay? More likely the check hand is gonna check your hand over here, blocking the whole thing. Okay? Okay? So if I hit, he's gonna block, right? What I have to do is I have to open. Okay? So from here, I'm gonna turn to create the opening there. See, it's open. He's gonna close it. I'm gonna go back and open. He's gonna close that. And it's gonna be open again. Okay? So it's pretty simple, am I right? Now, how do we manipulate so the block is not gonna be there? That's the reason why there's an open close. So think about it as if like this. Somebody knocks on your door and you want to open the door slightly so he doesn't come in. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a jam, you're gonna put your body or your foot on the base of the floor so the door doesn't completely open, but it's still open. Right? So basically that's what we're doing, right? So if I hit, he blocks, my hand now is gonna come in and slightly open that so I can still enter. Okay? Again, I hit, he blocks, I'm gonna use my check hand to parry it out and come in. Okay, do you guys see that? Right? So I hit, he blocks. If I'm gonna enter here, I will use my check hand first to come, put a block or a blockade, not even touching his weapon. I'm gonna go and turn and create the opening. Of course, what he's gonna do, he's gonna block. But guess what? There's a blockade. Hey, he can't while I'm hitting you with an abanico. If for some reason it escapes and it blocks it, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna come to the other side, put the blockade on this side, and come in and enter. Okay? Do you guys see that? So here's the importance of the check hand. It has to be helping the weapon hand. Okay? So again, I hit, or the hit comes, I hit as an offense. He blocks. I'm going to create a barricade so he doesn't block it, and I do an abanico right there. Okay? Let's just say I messed up on this block, it slips and blocks it. Okay? It's blocked now. I'm going to use this check hand now, which is over here. I'm going to go open, and if you notice here, you see that? Okay? Do you guys see how the open close work? Application wise, that's how you apply it on combat, or it's still training, but you have to train how to find that opening and the coordination of the check hand. That's why when we do this, if you notice, my hand is moving independently of the weapon, from the weapon hand. Okay? If I come here, here's my opening. If I come here, here comes my opening. Right? If he strikes me here now and I block, let's say I'm doing now defense, right? He hits, I block. You see there's a lot of on FMA. We're gonna check over here, okay? And we're likely hit on the bottom, right? Right there, because his hand is over here. But what you can do is, that's very common, especially in Sarada. We block inside block and we hit on the bottom to hit the hips. Okay? Okay. So the person hits, I block. I'm going to use my check hand now to push the weapon on top to the side to create that we take over here. And now it's open. Okay? You see that? If I release this hand, he might block. Alright? So as he blocks, he's in my trap. He blocks there. I use my check hand to blockade again. Turn, hit to the other side. He's gonna move his weapon, but it's gonna be blocked. If he uses his check hand over here, that is fine. And I'm gonna use my hand again to block his check hand with his own weapon and strike again. It's a very simple abanico strikes right now. So Heyrosa De Cuerdas, we hit with the tip of the weapon, almost like doing a witik. Right? So when we hit, it's always witiking this way. So if you notice when we hit here, let's say we abanico here, he blocks. All we have to do is manipulate that weapon, and we're back in. I didn't even move back and try to chamber and hit again. We hit. You see that? Block, hit. Block, hit. If his check hand is not there, he's not putting a barricade for me, and I'm just gonna move in. Okay? So again, open close theory. Once you open that door for me, I'm moving in, and I'm putting the barricade so I can move straight in. If you put another barricade, it's too late. I'm going to go to the other side. Okay? And here's one thing too. You got to make sure your check hand is always close to your weapon hand. So if the person goes, oh, okay, handa or ready. When you go handa ready, make sure that your check hand is supporting that weapon hand or close to the weapon hand. It's almost like karate. I'm also an instructor in Goju-Ryu and Taekwondo, so, or in boxing. So if you go, let's just say boxing, right? New student comes in, you tell him hands up, so he goes like this, right? If this hand is weak, we make this a game when we were kids. I don't know if you guys do this, but you push this hand and it hits them in the face. All right? It's the same with a weapon. If you're holding that weapon without a support, and you're waiting for a guard, you're waiting for that strike to come, why will I throw the weapon where I can just use your weapon to hit yourself? Right? So just imagine, so if I go ready, and you just do this, right? You do this. See, my check hand is on my chest. My weapon is guarding my face. It's covered. All I'm going to do is crash in and use this weapon to push that to your face. And what's going to happen maybe is you're going to block it with your hand. And I'm in. That's when you do open close. You're in. Okay? In Heyrosa De Cuerdas, we call it, all we need is one click. That means you unlock the door. when you unlock the door, we are moving in. Okay? So hopefully this helps you guys in a way. Practice the open close. The theory is so big that there's a lot of application, a lot of techniques that we can use, and hopefully this helped. Again, watch, like, learn, and share. Please subscribe on my YouTube, because I'm gonna start posting more videos probably twice a week, just to follow up on this so you guys can catch up. Make sure you practice. Comments, give me videos if you guys want me to analyze how you guys do it. And again, hopefully this makes sense to you guys. I'll probably make another video with a partner, so to better understand. But I think you guys are getting this. Learn concept, and the concept will give you millions of technique. We're only touching open close. This is not even the tip of the iceberg. It's probably a sprinkle. Okay, so mabuhay again, and you guys keep working out. Practice your skill sets. Improve your technique. Make sure your concept follows the technique, and have a good night.